Hey everyone, welcome back to Adventuring with Amber Von Care. Now, today I decided to touch on a topic that I have had very recent experience with that I'm sure you have had too. The power of saying no. Something many of us, including myself, struggle with. Have you found yourself feeling anxious, overwhelmed, maybe spread too thin, saying yes to everyone and everything? Then this episode is for you. In a world that often glorifies the hustle, where we're constantly pushed to do more, be more, and achieve more, saying no can feel like a radical act. But today, I want to challenge you to rethink that no, not as a rejection, but as a compelling and important tool for protecting your peace, reclaiming your time, and living intentionally. I just want to take a moment to let you guys know I'm not a therapist, an LMFT, clinical psychiatrist, psychologist, counselor. I'm none of those things. But I am a person, and I believe that saying no is a powerful thing. It's about taking your power back, especially if you struggle with that. I know I did. I'm going to break it down into sections, hopefully make it easier. Society has conditioned us to believe that being busy equals being successful. If you're always in motion, taking on more and doing more, then you must be doing something right. Wrong. Here's the thing. The pressure to constantly say yes often comes from a place of fear. Fear of missing out, fear of disappointing others, or even fear of being seen as selfish and ungrateful. It's like we think we have to earn our worth by always being available to everyone else. When you learn to say no, you're saying yes to things that truly matter, like your own peace of mind, yes to your time, yes to your mental and emotional well being. Saying no is a way to set boundaries, and setting boundaries is essential for our well being. It helps us avoid burnout and keeps us from taking on more projects than what we can actually give our time and attention to. I have seen firsthand how setting clear boundaries and saying no to things has impacted mine and my son's life tremendously. When I started being more intentional about what I said yes to, I noticed a huge change in my energy, my anxiety, and my overall well-being. It got better. And I felt bad at first saying no because I'm more of what you would call an empath. And it was very, very difficult at first, but now it just feels right. I was showing up as a better version of myself, for myself, and those around me because I wasn't overextending myself in areas that really just didn't deserve my energy or time or need them. They carried on just fine without me. And let's be real. If you're constantly running on empty, you're not going to have much to give the people you care about. Protecting your time and energy actually enriches your connections with others. So you might be wondering, how do you say no? And not just how do you say no, but how do you say no gracefully and naturally? Here are some strategies that have helped me that I hope help you. Be direct, but kind. I appreciate you thinking about me, but it's a no from me. Or, hey, thanks for the invite. I'm going to have to cancel. You don't have to make up a reason why. Just say no. Say, I really don't feel like it. Thanks, but I'm good. Short and sweet and hard to beat. Your worth isn't tied to how much you justify your own boundaries. You don't need some long, open ended response on why you can't go. Just say no. For example, if a friend is asking you for help moving or on a project, something like that, you could possibly offer an alternative and say that you can't necessarily be there for that, but maybe you can support them in another way. If saying no feels daunting, start with small things. For example, decline an invitation to go out one night. Something that helped me is I practiced saying no in the mirror, saying no to putting on makeup, saying no to maybe drinking a soda, small things. And once you do that over time, you're building up confidence for the larger scenarios or situations that are a little bit more difficult, that put you on edge. Next, you can use a commitment audit. Take a look at your current obligations and ask yourself, are they serving you right now in your current time? Do they even serve you at all? Does it benefit you? Granted, this doesn't mean say no to everything, especially for my people that like to help a lot or be at the center of everything. This is when you're feeling like you just can't give anymore, when you're feeling burnt out and you're just feeling on edge and like you need time for you. If you really want to start setting those clear boundaries and making that time for you, because you matter. You don't have some reserve tank of energy just like stored back there. We have one life and we're living it. So you got to take care of it. Think of saying no as an act of buying back your time. When you protect your time, you're investing in yourself. That time can be spent resting, pursuing a passion, or simply enjoying a quiet moment without feeling rushed. We live in a world that glorifies doing the most. And I used to be a person that would say, if I'm too much, go find less. And you can still be everything that you are and then some, but live a lot slower and more intentionally and for yourself. Because sometimes doing the least is exactly what we need. Living intentionally means being deliberate about where you place your energy and time. I want to take a moment to recognize that for some, saying no can be extra challenging. Guilt. It's okay to take it slow and be gentle with yourself as you learn to set these clear, defining boundaries. Just remember, you don't have to justify protecting your peace. Recently, it was super difficult for me, just for years of my life, to say no. I always needed to be in everything. I always wanted to help. And until I realized that it was really cutting into my actual physical health and just things in general, and that I wanted a more slow, peaceful lifestyle, I started to learn how to say no. I encourage you to honor yourself and choose yourself because you matter. Thank you guys. If I wanted to include this as an episode in between my second Chat GPT episode, hope you guys like and subscribe. And thanks for coming on this adventure with me, Amber Von Kier. I feel like it's important to learn to say no for a lot of reasons. And I enjoy my solidarity. Granted, I still hang out with friends. I just say no to things that aren't beneficial to my son or myself, and things that, really just don't make sense, that don't fit. And if that's something that you struggle with, I hope that this resonates with you. This is my first time being this age. I'm pretty sure that you can say the same.